Hello everyone, so today, as you saw from the title of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a bucket hat. This is a pretty easy project that I recommend doing if you are new to sewing or if you just want a pretty cute hat. So these are the things you're going to need for this project. You're going to need a heavy fabric, so I'm using a thicker cotton as well as pins, fabric scissors, and I just got another pair of smaller scissors to cut my thread, and this pattern from Essentials Club. I will link the website down in the description box below. And it is free, so that's really nice. And then just a sewing machine, anything would really work. And I'm using white thread to match my white fabric. So then what you're going to do is you're going to lay all of your pieces on. And as you can see here, I have folded my fabric in half. And I'm just going to lay my headband piece down. And right where it says on the fold, I am going to put that on the fold of the fabric and cut around. I would recommend pinning these in place. And then so when I'm ending, I have one top piece, two headband pieces, and four brim pieces. And then you're going to start by making the headband. So I'm going to line the two pieces up. You're going to want to put the pretty side up, and then for the bottom piece and then the top piece, you're going to want to put the pretty side down. So this is the part that you're going to want to be seen on the outside of your hat. So you're just kind of sandwich those facing each other just like that, and you're going to pin and sew them together on the edges. And then the next step is sewing the top to the headband, and how you're going to do that is put the top and have the pretty side facing up and have the headband inside out and place that and kind of sandwich that together just like this. And so you kind of have a flat surface. And then I'm just going to pin all of this around just so that it stays in place. Kind of what it should look like. I just like to overturn it just so it kind of makes sense. There you have a hidden seam right there. So then you're just going to kind of sew around it. It is kind of confusing. It's a little bit tricky to sew in a curving motion. And then there is kind of your final piece. You can try this on now. I would probably recommend that just because to make sure it fits you. And the next step is doing the exact same thing that you did to the headband, as well as you do that to the brim now. So you're going to take the two brim pieces, sandwich the pretty sides together, and then sew. And then you have that, and you're going to turn them inside out just like that. And there is one of your brim pieces, and you're going to do that to the other two. And then after you do that, you're going to take both of the pieces and sew them together once again to create a double, because the brim is double layered. That is why you have four of them instead of two like the headband, so that it's a bit more stiff, so that it's not super floppy. And then after you do that, you're going to want to take the headpiece, the headband, and the top, face that pretty side out, put it upside down, and then you're going to sew the brim to that piece. You're going to overlay that with the not pretty side out, or the pretty side facing the pretty side of the headband. And you're just going to go around and pin. I prefer to pin my things kind of like opposite of each other. So if I start on one side, I'm going to go to the opposite side just so I kind of get an even kind of width to it. As well as for this, I kind of like to try to line up my seams as best as possible, which I think is a good idea, just to make it look a little bit cleaner. So then you're just going to go around and pin it all. And then you're just going to sew it just like how you did the headband to the top piece, and there you go. That is almost done here, but we're going to do a few more things to make it look a little bit more clean, a little bit more professional, a little nicer. So the next step is to sew these lines across the brim of the hat, just like how you see on a normal bucket hat, as well as you're going to make the hem. Now there are a few ways to make the hem here. You can't see because my hand's in the way, but that's okay. You're just going to want to fold both sides in, just like that, as well as you will be able to see it here. I'm just taking both sides and folding them in about 3/4 of an inch and just continuing to sew. You are more than welcome and probably recommended to pin these along, but I was too lazy to pin them. I hope you guys enjoyed making this as much as. See you later. Bye!